Well, good morning, everybody, and happy February. It's 10 o'clock, and it's now time for the IT in 10 for February 1st, 2017. Last time around, we dealt with Microsoft certifications in the MCSE and MCSA. Today, we're going to be dealing with Cisco certifications, another vendor-backed certification. Uh, the one question that does come up is who is Cisco? Just as Microsoft provides a ton of support on the software side to run and manage networks, Cisco is the hardware side. They provide networking hardware, routers, switches, wireless hardware. Uh, Most estimates show that they have about 55 to 60% of the networking hardware market. By far, they are the largest supplier of this kind of equipment worldwide. They're also into telecommunications equipment. The phones here at National Able are Cisco voice over IP phones, internet phones, basically. And they have about a third of that market as well. So Cisco, well-known, well-established provider, and certainly WIOA candidates who are looking to be employed here in the Chicago market are going to be seeing Cisco hardware at one point or another. $50 billion in revenue in their last fiscal year. So just for comparison's sake, Microsoft a little bit larger at $85 billion. And of course, with many vendors, they have their own vendor-based certification program and offer pathways into a career dealing with their products. Split up into broad categories. The entry-level certifications for Cisco, referred to as a CCT, a Cisco Certified Technician, or a CCENT, a Cisco Certified Entry Network Technician. Most but not all of the mid-level certifications require the entry levels as a prerequisite. The mid-level certification, certainly the best known one in this market, CCNA, the Cisco Certified Network Associate. And then beyond that, certainly candidates with experience can move on to the senior level certifications. Cisco Certified Network Professional, CCNP, Cisco Certified Internetwork Expert, and then beyond that, particularly if you're involved in the design of Cisco-based internet systems and Cisco-based networking systems, you can become a Cisco Certified Architect. We're going to focus on the certifications that are popular here within the local WIOA system. It's just important to understand that they do offer a pathway based on individual disciplines, and we'll get into that in a minute. And that pathway typically involves the entry level, the CCENT, the Cisco Certified Network Associate, the professional, and then the expert, depending on experience, depending on which classes and certifications you pursue. These disciplines that Cisco offers are very similar to the Microsoft Centers of Excellence, as we discussed a couple of weeks ago. Cloud deals with implementing Cisco cloud solutions, although that'll probably be a little bit less right now. Cisco announcing a few weeks ago that they're going to discontinue their cloud program. Cyber ops, working as an analyst within large security operations centers. If you're involved in data centers, installing and configuring and maintaining data center technology, there's a discipline set up for you. Design is a discipline in and of itself. If you're involved particularly as a field engineer or involved in network design, you would pursue something in that particular area. Industrial involves manufacturing, working in an industrial environment, so programmable logic controllers, PLCs, and what have you. Routing and switching is really the foundation for working with most Cisco equipment, and when we say CCNA, typically we're talking about getting a CCNA in this particular discipline, the basics of how to work with Cisco equipment in a corporate environment, in an enterprise environment. Security, developing a security infrastructure, managing threats. Service provider involves combining voice and data and mobile in a carrier-grade infrastructure, a larger environment, and then wireless obviously speaks for itself, configuring and monitoring wireless infrastructure. Here within the Chicago area and within Illinois, there's really only a few disciplines that are supported by WIOA-funded training: collaboration, routing and switching, and security. And even within those disciplines, not all of the certifications are available. So here are the three disciplines that you see most often in Chicago: collaboration, routing and switching, security, and all of those have pathways from the entry level all the way up to the expert level. Within the WIOA market here, you really only see support for up to the network professional on the routing and switching side, and certainly the network associate on all three of these particular disciplines. So we're going to talk about those real quickly. Routing and switching is the discipline that we most often talk about when we discuss Cisco certifications. The CCENT, the entry-level certification, is a single exam. It's valid for 3 years, and to recertify in that discipline, most often what you'll do is you'll wind up taking the second exam. So to achieve your Cisco Certified Network Associate, you would take the second part of the CCENT exam, or barring that, it's not necessarily a prerequisite, you can take a single exam. So to receive your CCNA routing and switching, what we most often talk about when we talk about CCNA, you can take a pair of exams, the CCENT exam, and then part 2 of the CCENT exam, or a single, the 200-125 exam. Professional level, the CCNP, it's 3 separate exams. The CCNA is a prerequisite for this, so you would take the routing, switching, and the troubleshooting exams, and you would qualify for the professional level certification. Important to note, as always, when we get to this level, the experience, you need some experience to be able to qualify for this. You certainly need a CCNA as a prerequisite, but the certification itself does not give you experience in handling Cisco equipment. Collaboration really here within Illinois, there's only a handful of training providers that deal with this. Collaboration deals with voice and video, and it's a pair of exams, one on the audio side and one on the video side. Same thing here as with most of these certifications. They're valid for 3 years, and you either need to recertify or pass another associate, professional, or expert level exam to maintain your certification. On the security side, the CCENT is a prerequisite to the security certification. So you need to either hold an associate level Cisco certification or take the CCENT, and then move on and take the security exam itself. And once again here, valid for 3 years, either recertify or pass another associate or professional level certification. Things to bear in mind about Cisco certifications in general is these programs and these exams, they update regularly and sometimes with little or no warning. It's why it's important to have your candidates ask if they're receiving their training from a Cisco learning partner. Cisco has established a network of training providers throughout worldwide, throughout the United States certainly, and they're the ones that get access to these materials first. The materials, just as an observation, when exams update, Cisco provides materials. These materials tend to lag the exam. So you'll have an exam that'll be valid on August 1st. It might be December of that year before you see the official publications from Cisco Press dealing with those particular certifications. And as always, a great resource on these particular vendor-based certifications is to visit the Cisco website. A ton of great resources on finding out what exams and what topics are covered in these individual levels. Also a great spot for some online learning and learning more about who the authorized training providers are in your area. So our next episode will come up in a couple of weeks. Thanks to everybody for tuning in today. We've spent these first 6 episodes here talking about pathways into IT and the certifications, the alphabet soup of certifications. This last episode will kind of wrap up this first portion of IT in 10. Broadly speaking, we'll come up with a new title, but we're going to kind of summarize these pathways and the certifications and training that's available to support these certifications, and frankly, what kinds of questions you should be asking of your WIOA candidates, and the questions that these WIOA candidates should be asking their training providers as they look to leverage an ITA into a new career. Look forward to seeing everybody then.